So today we're going to talk about the setup for the traction control if you decide to do so, but mainly the sport mode and ISG. It'll automatically go into sport mode when you start it. Shut ISG off. My setup, I'm going to integrate traction control and stability control to shut off automatically as well, hence this relay board with 2 channels. So what we have here is a timer, which is this right here, multi-function timer relay. You can get them on Amazon, or you can get them on that website right there. Super quick shipping, like 17 bucks. Happy. All solid state, very well built, beautiful construction. This is just a simple 2-channel relay board. You can set it to pull high, pull low, but leave it as it is, pull high. You need that because if you decide to do traction and stability control, the traction and stability control touches 2 data wires together. It does not touch together or pull the switch to ground, so you cannot use it the same as this setup. So to program it, it's going to seem a little complex. I know it looks like there's a lot of wires, but there's really not. Most of them are just powers and grounds up there. You will disconnect the power. So you want to hook everything up, hook your ground up. The yellow wire is your trigger, AE. This is the wire that tells something to do something. In this instance, it tells the relay to turn on. The blue wire is a trigger wire for this device. We will not be using that because this is only going to be on when the car is on. We're not going to leave it running all the time. This is your white wire for programming, and this is your green wire for programming. They need to go to a ground. So when you start it up, you have to hold both the green and white wire to ground, or touch them to ground. I have buttons because it's much simpler. And then plug it in. I'm going to try to do this here. Let's see. So hold the 2 buttons down. And then plug your positive wire in. And you'll see as soon as I did that, the light came on. You can let go as soon as the light comes on. There is a light built into this if you don't have one on a breadboard. We are now in programming mode. Anytime you start it up with green and white touching ground, you're in programming mode. So once you're in programming mode, we're going to click this one and hold it for 2 seconds. Those are Mississippi seconds. And then do this one for 1 Mississippi. It does not matter how fast you do this process, how slow you do the process. Next, we're going to touch both buttons together. Now you're going to click the white one 7 times. And then touch these 2 together. White one 1 time. Touch these 2 together. And that's it. After that, you unplug your positive wire. And turn it back on. Now we're in normal operation. So it just ran the program. You'll see again. So you start the car. It waits 2 seconds. And then triggers the ground. Like you push the button yourself. So again, start the car, which is the same as me plugging this in. Then it pushes the button for you. On the relay, there's a common, normally open, normally closed. Sorry about that. Common, normally open, normally closed. You're going to put 1 ground in the common from the car and a button. So in this case, ISG and the sport mode one, which we will discuss later, goes into this. If you're doing traction control, that is going to be the wire that I'll point out in another video. And then that is the other one, normally open. We do not want normally closed for either of these. Normally closed is labeled as NC. We don't want those because we're not trying to keep the wires together all the time. We only want them together when this gets triggered. And we'll talk about that in the other one.